All right, well, good morning, Poppa-D riders. It is toward the end of May, I think Saturday, May 25th, and I'm headed over to a cone challenge course, a slow speed practice. I set up two different things. I was invited by my buddy Andrew Schultz, who's another preloader, so shout out to Preloader Nation. But anyhow, we're headed over there today, and I'll make a little video of that. Hope you guys are doing well. I've been to Alaska, been out working in DC, so I haven't had much time to ride. Actually, last night's the second time I slept in my bed since May 7th. So it's good to be home. But let's get out and get some practice this morning. All right, let's get into the video. Thank you, sir. Of course, y'all know I can't go practice unless I got some espresso drink. Woo. I go to 4 shots of espresso on ice with Splenda and cream. I also swung by and got a picture of a tank. I'll put it right here. That's my scavenger hunt item this week for the Mile Monsters. And I want to remind you guys that I'm doing a 1,000-mile ride, 4 Mile Monsters on June 21st. So if you want to support me in that ride, I'll leave a link to my gift butter here. I'm trying to raise $1,000 for that day, riding 1,000 miles on June 21st. All right, guys, let's go get to practice. All right, we found it. All right, guys, so here's the deal. I still don't have saddlebag protection, so if I actually participate today, taking the saddlebags off, which I'll probably do, but they're walking these guys through the course. Don't know how they're going to have it all set up. And so anyhow, get around here, meet these guys, and see what's going on. Looking for Andy. I know he's here. Oh, there's Andy now, pulling up. And yeah, we'll get the day going. All right, guys, this is David. He's another member of the Preloader Nation, but he helped me strip my bike down. And we put the stuff inside his trailer so it'll be for safekeeping. Dave, tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
Oh, man, I'm David from Eden, North Carolina. Been riding for about 35 years. I finally got into the slow speed stuff back about 3 years or so ago now.
Okay.
And actually, was watching Bob Silvori down in Florida. Was when it pretty much kicked off my interest in it. And of course, got following up with Robert.
Right.
And helped get him with everything set up in Asheboro, North Carolina. The first time
for the practice sessions up there,
yep.
Yeah.
And then, of course, he's been working with the management up there the last couple of years, getting things set up with their schedules and stuff to make that work. And so, yeah, I did that. That kind of spawned me off of becoming an MSF instructor as well. So.
Also, MFS, Motorcycle Safety Foundation.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Instructor. Is that, you're doing that over at home in what county?
Yep, I'm doing that in both Virginia and North Carolina.
Okay.
Yep, I've got a couple of community colleges to teach at, and then I've got a couple of dealerships I work with as well.
Okay. Have you ever done this cone challenge course before?
Not this one, no. This is completely new to me.
Okay. Yeah, I'm interested because it's all new to me, and we'll see how much I do today, but looking forward to getting this going. Thank you, man, for talking with me.
No problem.
And thanks for letting me put my stuff in your truck. All right, guys, I've watched Andy do this thing a couple of times. I'm going to try to be part of it. We'll see how this goes. So they just set these up, and you can do it at your leisure, how you want to do it. Tomorrow he's actually going to have a class where they do the cone course and talk about it. They're going to have a turn class, learn how to turn your head and that kind of thing. I'm not able to do that tomorrow because I got to work, but I think it'd be worth it if you're struggling like me to come take it and get another perspective. Okay. Where am I entering this thing? Here? Okay. I saw this gate here. I didn't know what that was for. So
I have to tighten it up. It's actually not a gate.
I was like, well, yeah, I thought it was a gate, and I looked at it like.
No, yellow arrows will help you out.
Okay.
Guys, as we started out that morning, I was a little intimidated because these turns were a lot tighter. The iron cross ahead said it was 20 foot wide, and I really couldn't even make this first turn here down in the far end, and I wasn't leaning the bike enough, wasn't turning my head quick enough, so I had to just keep after it. And that's what you got to do. You got to just get out there and keep on doing little by little and making little increases, and eventually you're going to get it. And I'm slowly gaining that confidence and getting better with it.
All right, guys, these guys from the Christian Motorcycle Association came out and set up for us, get us some popcorn and some water and things like that. So I'm gonna let Animal here tell us a little bit about it.
We're just a bunch of misfits that love Jesus and want to share the good news about the Lord and ride motorcycles. That's what CMA is all about.
Awesomeness.
And we like giving popcorn and serving others.
And what's Pretty Puppy Dog's name?
This is Maisie.
Hey, Maisie. Do you ride motorcycles, Maisie?
Yes, she does.
Actually, she does.
Okay.
She loves it. And she only likes Harleys, though.
Well, hey. Maisie's a Harley snob.
Yep.
But we're at a BMW dealership, so that's okay.
Yeah.
We got Harleys here.
Yes, we do. And she likes the road glide.
So my grandmother had a dog that looked just like her name. Her name was Piggy. Yeah, Miss Piggy.
Oh, how cute.
Been a long time ago.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for being out here. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for...
As the day went along, my confidence got better, and I got a little bit better at doing this first turn. This 20-foot U-turn is still really tight for me, but I was finally able to make it a few times. I never went into the entire cross. I just kept doing that at the beginning. And this offset cone weave, I did halfway decent at that, but there again, I was missing the gates some of the time, but I kept after it. And at the far end of the course, they had where you're basically going around in a circle, and then there's a figure 8 and a couple of different U-turns, but they're not in a box. And I was felt more comfortable at this end of the course, and it was getting me more confidence in leaning the motorcycle. So it was a lot of fun. And then trying to keep the figure 8 in the middle. Here I'm going to figure 8 backwards. I eventually figured out the way I should be going after following Andy a few times. They had arrows on the ground you're supposed to follow, and if you notice in this clip, I'm not going the direction, I wasn't going the direction of the arrows, now I am. So this thing you had to jump over there is a little too high for our Harleys, but we kept trying to do that. And then you go to the cone weave and finish out the course.
right, guys, Andy's got a Ninja he's going to try out here.
So several of the people at the course stated that Andy was the best rider on the course. This gentleman owned the Ninja, I think he was from Germany. He wanted Andy to go through the course so he could see it could be done. But Andy didn't feel comfortable because he said every time he tried to go to full lock with the handlebars, he was hitting the tank. He did give the guy a QR code to go to Beat Up All-Street Motorcycle and check out the YouTube channel so he can start getting better at riding slow speed on his bike. And of course there were all kinds of motorcycles out there. Anything with two wheels was out there going around on this course. Even had these guys out here doing it with one hand, so only with clutch control and not touching the throttle side. If you notice, they got their hand up in the air. They did the whole course like this, at slow speed, with only one hand. And obviously the BMWs lean differently and have a much different ride properties than the Harleys do, but pretty cool to see these guys out there doing that. Had a great morning hanging out at the Cone Challenge. It's great to see Andy, meet David and Animal. And so we took off and got a bite to eat for lunch. And then I headed back to the house. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this short video. Get out there and practice on your motorcycle. And remember, get out there, live life, make memories. And I'll catch you on the next ride.